What's up, guys? Sunday, June the 18th, 2017. College football season is yet a little more than 2 months away. Yeah, so close yet so far away. I don't know how much more Major League Baseball, golf that I can stand. I'm about to throw it up. I really am, but let's get right into it. As if you've watched my videos in the past, that my team is South Carolina Gamecocks. I'm not ashamed of that fact. I've been a South Carolina Gamecock ever since I was born. I'm 41 years old right now, and have been one for 41 years, and would never look back on any of that with any trepidation, with any disdain. Yeah, we've had some bad seasons. We've had some good ones too. Just like about any other fan base out there. You know, we've had our ups and our downs, about our good times and our bad times. But the fact of the matter is, you gotta stick by the team that you love, and you gotta take care of them. You gotta always be by their damn side. You always got to be a fan, always pulling, always hopeful. You got to be ready for the next season if the last season didn't go your damn way. Without further ado, I'm going to go break it down game by game. 2017 South Carolina season, my prediction for each one. Not delusion, not homerism, not just a one-sided point of view. This is what I think is honestly going to happen. Let's let it rock, roll, and rip. Shall we? We shall. Game number one, September 2nd, NC State. We got them in Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium. You know, the funny thing about NC State is I hate NC State. When I was a youngster, 13 years old, in 1989, maybe I was 14. I can't remember at the time how the way it felt. But anyway, NC State, we've beaten them like 4 or 5 years in a row. And in 1989, they actually had a decent team. They were something like 5-1. We were something like 5-1, and we met in Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia. And they had made some kind of shitty bulletin board talk the week before. You know, it's not like it is nowadays all over the internet where people can see it. It was just kind of like in the newspapers here and there. Had a decent defensive tackle, defensive end. Yes, it was a defensive tackle back then. Back then, those was a defensive tackle. That position's like a defensive end type position. Now they ran different defenses. Jesse Campbell, the NC State Wolfpack, made the statement in the newspaper: if they didn't have Todd Ellis on their team, it'd be an easy win for us. Well, guess what happened? Todd Ellis, who's quarterback for the Gamecocks, record setter. Good quarterback. He made, pretty good decisions. He ran the team well, handled it well, except Todd's only problem was he liked to throw the ball to the opposition a little bit more than he liked to throw it to us. If he wasn't, their quarterback, it'd be an easy win. Well, guess what happened? Todd got knocked out of the game right before the end of the first quarter. Fucked his knee up. Nowadays, they call it tearing your ACL or tearing your MCL. Whatever. Back then, in 1989, they just called it fucking your leg up. I don't guess they knew what to call it back then. They didn't have all the orthopedic terms like they do nowadays. But anyway, Todd was shelved for the rest of the 1989 season. We lost that game 20-10. We ended up losing to Florida State, Clemson. Somebody else. We actually beat North Carolina that year with our backup quarterback on the road in Kenan Stadium when North Carolina was like 1-10. So, was that really like winning anything? No, you could really pretty much say we lost the rest of our games. I think we ended up 6-5 and didn't make a bowl. So, yeah, I don't like NC State because I have it in my head that they targeted that boy that day. And they fucked his damn leg up, which is fucking fucked up. But I believe that's what they did. But Todd's still around. He still works in the Columbia area, and he is still the South Carolina Gamecock broadcaster. He's the play-by-play man for the football games. If you listen to any of our games on 107.5, you'll hear Todd on Saturdays. He is the man. NC State sucks. They're in the ACC. Everybody's talking about they got some All-American defensive line this year. Okay, well, whatever. I thought Clemson had All-American defensive line. NC State is not. You got to look last year at what their competition was and who they beat. Old Dominion, William and Mary, Syracuse, Wake Forest, Duke. They beat nobody worth a damn. The only thing they did, the highlight of their resume, was giving Clemson a game. Giving Clemson a game. You know, and if their field goal kicker had been worth if that little had been worth they would have kept those sorry, inbred son of bitches out of the damn playoffs. They would have, because they would have beat them and Pitt would have beat them. They would have been they wouldn't even won the ACC. But as it were, you miss a 30-yard field goal. If you miss a 30-yard field goal, you need to be replaced. I'm looking at the depth chart for NC State this year. I see a different name on there. Hopefully you have been replaced. From what I understood, you got some death threats after that ball game from your own fan base. That's going a little overboard. That's a little ridiculous. That is a little uncalled for. But the fact of the matter is, you should have made a 30-yard field goal, dude. Pressure, no pressure, empty stadium, full stadium, you know, game on the line, out there practicing in the wind. It doesn't matter. You should have hit that shit. That's bullshit. NC State is not that good. I read their quarterback, his name's Finley. That's all we know about him. His name's Finley. He runs the, they don't run the spread. I think they run a pro-style offense. They got a guy named Jalen Samuels is their best player. He's a quarterback slash fullback hybrid. Whatever. I'm not worried about them. They have a world-class defensive line, from what everybody's supposed to say. World-class. What world are we talking about here? That's ridiculous. We're going to mop the field with them. Their coach, Dave Doran, he's 48-30. Woo, they say he's got a better all-time record than your coach. Boom. Yeah, you know what? Guess what? Look at his career record. Where did most of those 48 wins come from? Yeah, they came from Northern Illinois, where he coached at for 2 years before he came to that fucking dump in Raleigh, which is he won games with somebody else's players. Congratulations, Dave. Even the damn Clemson people on the radio give this guy hell. I say he's not worth a damn. He's just there. He's just a figurehead coach. Screw NC State. They're done 1-0. Gamecocks all the way. Charlotte has been a good place for us. Matter of fact, we're 2-0 in Charlotte. We're the kings of Charlotte. We're kind of like Ric Flair. We're the kings of the Queen City. Woo, baby. NC State is a win at Missouri next game. You know, Missouri is weird. They're just weird all the way around. In my opinion, they don't belong in the SEC. In my opinion, they don't bring anything to the SEC. You know, I could see bringing them in if they were a strong football program, which they're not. I could see bringing them in if they were a strong, basketball program like Louisville or UNC, Villanova, which they're not. I could see bringing them in if they were a strong college baseball powerhouse like Cal State Fullerton or LSU or FSU, somebody like that. Or guess what? They're not. They add nothing to us. They're out in the middle they're out there. They don't belong anywhere. They don't belong in the Big 12. They don't belong in the SEC. They don't belong in the goddamn weak-ass ACC. They don't belong anywhere. Yeah, it's Missouri. Nobody wants them, apparently. They're the damn redheaded stepchild. And, I don't understand why they're here, but there are. So, this year we're playing them at Missouri. 2 years ago, South Carolina played at Missouri in one of the damn ugliest fucking football games I've ever watched on TV. That was Lorenzo Nunez's first start as a college quarterback, and probably one of his last. It was pitiful. I think we lost 14-3, 14-10, something like that. But, dude, I'm telling you, Missouri That's not. They don't have anything going on. We are 3-2 against them since they joined the SEC. We beat them in 2012 and 2013. 2013 somehow miraculously Missouri bolted to the top of the college football world. They won the SEC East this year because South Carolina decided to screw the pooch against Tennessee in Neyland Stadium with one of their worst teams they've had in years. Butch Jones' first team. I don't even want to talk about that damn game. I could fillet Spurrier for that one. That one was just damn terrible. But, yeah, we lost. Tennessee on the road. We also lost to Georgia on the road that year, which, you know, that screwed us as far as winning. We won our game against our SEC West competition that year, which was Arkansas. We screwed them all over the field. And whoever else we, played that year, we beat them too. But unfortunately, we lost to Tennessee and Georgia, which we couldn't win the SEC East that year. Missouri won it. That's why I call they backdoored their way into it. I call it backdoored their way into it, just like I call it Georgia in 2012 backdoored their way into it, because we beat both those teams. We beat them. And pretty much Georgia in 2012, we beat their ass, convincingly. Beat their ass, 35-7. Wasn't so convincing against Missouri in 2013. We took them to double overtime in their place, Faro Field in Columbia, Missouri. But we did beat them because they can't kick field goals either. But these guys, and now they have fallen on hard times because of that little snowflake scandal back in the 2015 season. And their coach Gary Pinkel, he got cancer. He's a good coach in college football. I hope everything works out with that. So their defensive coordinator Barry Odom took over the team. When's the defensive coordinator take over as a head coach at the same place he's at? That just don't damn happen. Missouri is going to go down on their home field to the hands of the Gamecocks. That'll probably be a 10-12 point win. In my opinionation, we're going to kick their ass. That'll be 2-0. Their quarterback, Drew Lock, he's much better than what they've had there in the past. But, when he doesn't have anything working around him, I really don't see, that he can really do a whole hell of a lot. The running backs they had last year that were halfway decent are gone. We punished their ass in Willie B last year with Jake Bentley at the helm. So, Arkansas, which is coming up on the schedule, we'll talk about later. But Missouri is definitely a team that is going down. 2-0 will be our record after September the 9th. This video is getting a little bit late, and you know what? I was going to go over the whole season in one video, but I can't do that because I like to talk. So, we will resume talking about Kentucky, Louisiana Tech, Texas A&M, Arkansas, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Georgia, Florida, Wofford, and the inbred sheep hubbers back at CLEMSON in the next video. Peace, and I'm out, guys. Love y'all. See y'all next time.